So when I was a junior in college, I was on lead at Wesley, and just one day I heard God tell me that He wanted me to do the Wesley internship while I was a senior, like during my senior year. And that was not easy to hear because that would mean that I would have to add on an extra semester of school and graduate later than all of my friends. If I were going to do that, I'd have to be a part-time student and an intern and work part-time on the weekends, and that just sounded like a crazy idea. But then I asked my parents about it, and they were also like, no, that's not happening. We don't support that. So really nothing was lining up. But I just kept asking God about it. I kept hearing Him talk to me about it, and every time I prayed about it, it was just stronger and stronger. Like, you're supposed to be at Wesley next year. You're supposed to be an intern. And so I kept asking my parents about it, like, over a period of months. And every time I talked to them about it, it was, no, that's not for you. No, you need to finish school. And every time I would pray to God about it, He would just tell me a random like Bible verse or something, and I would go look it up, and it would be about petitioning in prayer and just believing in God for a miracle. And so I just kept praying and kept believing that He was just going to provide a way for me to do what He was calling me to do. And one day out of the blue, my parents were just like, okay, like, go ahead, you can be an intern, like, we support you, it's actually like sounds really exciting. And I was just like, what? Okay. So flash forward to now, I've been an intern for a year, and it has been the best experience of my life. I've learned so much. I've grown so much. I can't even explain how thankful I am that God called me to this. And it's so apparent and so obvious now that He has called me here for a reason. I'm just reminded of it every day. And so a couple months ago, there was a little bit of a speed bump, because my parents told me there was absolutely no way that they were going to let me intern a second year. And I hadn't been looking for other internship options, and so that was really scary. So I started like frantically looking around and applying to all these different places, and I just kept feeling wrong about it. I kept hearing all these no's from God, like no, no, no to everywhere that I was applying to. And so I just felt really stuck. I was like, God, like, what do you want me to do if you're telling me no to all of these things, and I'm hearing a no for the internship again next year? Like, what do you have for me? And He just kept telling me, like, remember the promise that I made to you about the internship. Remember how I made a way for you before. I'm going to do it again. And so I just finally had to surrender and just be like, okay, like, I'm just going to trust you. I'm just going to believe that you'll make another way this time around. And a couple months ago, I received a text from my mom who told me that she had been talking with her boss, and they were just having a conversation about me and Wesley and everything that I'm doing here. And randomly he just goes, oh, she's graduating soon. Yeah, I want her for the summer at our company. Like, I want her to intern with us. And it was just like through a crazy series of events, like all these open doors with this opportunity came, and it was just like, it made so much sense. And so I accepted this internship for the summer, and without even like applying or sending in my resume. That happened after they had already offered me the job. And it just so perfectly lined up. And everything about moving to Boston for this internship has been so easy. And it's just totally touched by God. And He has just reminded me, like, he just makes a way, and He can be trusted. And it has been so worth it to just believe in where He has called me, and just to trust Him through every transition.